All right, so we just finished ripping off the front end. We got totes going that we're just kind of stacking all the stuff in, stuff we know we're gonna use, stuff we might not use, stuff we know we're not gonna use, but we're gonna keep for spare parts like header panels, grills, stuff like that. Like if you ever hit a tree or something, you have some spare backup parts. Here's a prime example of why we're doing this body swap here. The whole vehicle is delaminating, literally. And this is just one small example. The rust has just gotten so bad, it's just falling apart. So, that's why we're doing this. We got most everything from the top side done. We got to do like fuel lines, coolant lines, and a couple of small harnesses. But we didn't want to have all that fluid dripping all over us the whole time. So now underneath, we're gonna unhook the TK skid, take off the drive shafts, take off the exhaust. We're not even gonna drain fluids. When we unhook the tranny lines, we made a little coupler so we can just put them right back to each other so they're not draining tranny fluid everywhere. And then, I don't know, I guess let's find out. All right, so we got the bottom side completely disconnected. Drive shaft, skid plate, all the crap, cross member. Everything's unhooked off the transmission and transfer case that does have to come off. We're trying to leave a vast majority of stuff like wire harnesses and, you know, intake manifold, exhaust manifolds, all that kind of stuff because it doesn't really have to come out. It sounds like Eric's peeing in the background. His Jeep is peeing. So now that we're done underneath, we're gonna drain all the fluids that we do have to drain. We're not gonna drain engine oil. We're not gonna drain transmission. Not gonna drain transfer case because all that stuff's all fresh. So we'll get the radiators, some hoses out of the way, roll this thing backwards, grab the fork truck and yank this thing out of there. Roll it back and hover Guido and hook up the chains.
See what we get out of it.
Okay. There we go. Woo! There it goes. Okay, try to like rotate as much as you can. There you go. Okay. You gotta go up.
Okay, we're on the pan.
Go up.
Okay, you hold it right there, we can roll the Cherokee back and I think we'll clear everything.
All right, so well, there's still got a lot of stuff to take off the Gold Jeep at some point. Obviously, suspension stuff, but we're working under hood today. We need the motor mount brackets, so Eric's pulling those off right now. We're gonna rip the front end off this, which is just a few bolts. It's just not much holding there. And we're gonna take the hood off so that way the forklift doesn't try to hit it. And I think we're pretty much ready to set the motor in this. So let's start taking some of this crap off.
Oh yeah.
Start bringing it down.
Come forward just a little bit more. I'll watch your top as well.
There ain't nothing up there to watch.
No. Keep coming. Okay, come forward. Okay, now you can go down. Okay. All right. What do you want? Forward. Keep going. Okay. Down. Perfect.
Right there?
Yeah, I like that.
Down you want?
That'll work.
Down?
Forward. Straight forward. Yep.
We're currently painting the motor mount brackets. That one's painted and installed. As soon as this one gets done drying, I think it's going back with it right now. We can put that in. We can set the motor mounts. We have a stock cross member. We're just going to set the trans on a block of wood, and then I don't really think we're going to do a whole lot more for the moment. We're going to kind of work from the floor pan or from the suspension up. Next big trick's going to be the suspension and all that. But we got to get this thing set. So. And then we're gonna come up with a game plan. But we're gonna eventually have to build custom motor mounts for this. And when we fab those custom motor mounts, the reason we have that we're gonna do that is because of the angle that we want the engine to set at, because of the custom suspension. But we can't build the motor mounts until the suspension's in. And why are we building motor mounts? We'll explain that when we get to that video. Because stock ones don't work for our application. So motor's in, it's ballpark in location. The motor mounts are in the correct location. We just got a stock cross member for now until we get all the suspension put in. Like I said, we're gonna build some custom motor mounts, but first we got to get this thing on the correct axles and the correct suspensions so we can get all of our geometry set and the angle of our engine, everything all set to build those custom motor mounts. So that's it for today. Stay tuned. Next week, week after, I don't even know what week, sooner or later, we're gonna have the other video showing you all the suspension stuff we're gonna do. Appreciate you sticking around. See you next week.